What's going on, Wolfman fans? How you doing? I know it's been a while since I've been on, and I apologize for that. Not that I feel like I really need to apologize, but then again, I kind of do, because, I mean, you're subscribed to me because, you know, the content I put out and my opinions and everything, and, in case there's somebody out there who's sitting there going, man, what happened to that guy? Well, hey man, sorry I've been making you wait on a new video. But really, there's been a lot of stuff going on, so YouTube took a backseat for a little bit. As I've always said, YouTube's not my primary means of income, and it's not my primary anything in life. It's something I do on the side, and as much as I enjoy it, and as much as I enjoy sharing my opinions and starting discussions with you guys, I can't do it all the time. Sometimes things come up, and I'm sorry, YouTube is one of the first things to take a back seat. It is what it is. So I feel like, I need to say that, let you know. That's just what it is. That doesn't mean I've stopped. It doesn't mean I've gone away. I do have, plans within plans within plans of things to do. The history video I talked to you guys about, I set a very unrealistic goal when I last put up a video, which was probably about 2-3 weeks ago, saying that weekend it'd be ready. That was incredibly unrealistic. I am still working on the history video, but the way I see it, if you're going to tell a story, of actual history, you need to give it the proper attention and the attention to detail. You need to do it the right way. Either tell the story correctly or don't tell it at all. So I don't want to put out a half-assed product. I don't want it to be just me sitting in front of the camera talking to you and reading a script. I want to actually do a little bit more with it. And since I've not done as in-depth of stuff like that before, I'm kind of learning things as I go along and figuring out the little ins and outs of, this, that, and the other to try to put this together the right way. So it is still coming. I am still working on it. Just be patient. For anybody who's subscribed to this channel as well as my Asylum channel, I actually have something coming up later in the month. Videos for that one, it comes up as we have events that happen, as we have things that take place, which trying to get everybody together for matching schedules so we can all go do it, or just having the time to do it at all, or even just the thing to go do. I know that's all pretty vague, and I apologize, but what I mean is, it's like, I don't just have abandoned houses and buildings and stuff all over the place around where I live. I had one, and I checked it out, and it was fun, cool, got it. That was the first video I did. But I don't have all those all the time and available to me, and it takes time to put those together. But again, there is one coming out later in this month. It's going to be really awesome. Should be, if everything goes correctly, that is, and if everything goes as planned right now, will be more of us there. It'll be a lot of fun. It should be a really good video, a really good investigation. But now to the meat and potatoes of this video. I figured, given the date, this would be appropriate time to put out this video. Guys, it's September 11th, 2019. It's been a long time. It's been almost 20 years since the World Trade Center fell, and since we had this massive terrorist attack that killed so many people, civilians, innocent civilians. This wasn't a military target. People like to call it the Pearl Harbor of our day. You know what? It's so much worse than that, because these weren't soldiers, sailors, and Marines and stuff. This wasn't military. These were civilians just going about their daily life. These was, they didn't go to work expecting to possibly get hurt. I'm sure the people at Pearl Harbor didn't anyway, but it's kind of in their job description. You're working in an office building, you don't expect that. You could argue that the Pentagon might have been a different story, but again, it's the Pentagon. So not exactly where the fighting forces are, you know? And there was a lot of civilians there. And now let's not forget the people on the planes. A lot of people died that day. Like within a few hours. This was a massive, terrible event. And we said to ourselves that day, we made a promise to ourselves that day that we would never forget. I hate to say it, guys, but we forgot. That's the only explanation for the way things are nowadays. You've seen my videos. I'm sure if you're subscribed to me, you're probably subscribed to people who do this a lot more frequently than I do. I don't know, got way better arguments than I do, and you know, I'm sure you've heard everything that they say, and you've seen the world around you as it is, and you know the same things I do. We forgot, apparently. Some of us didn't, personally. You know, from one person to another, we may not have. We remember it very well. I remember it like it was yesterday. But collectively, as a nation, sorry if it's a little loud, there's a truck going by. Collectively, as a nation, we forgot what happened that day. And we forgot the promise we made to ourselves. I think we should all be very angry at this. I mean, almost the same level, actually more, a higher level of anger than we had at that time. We should be even more angry. Not only did we forget this big event, but we also, as a consequence, forgot the lives that were lost that day. We forgot about all those people and their families, and the firefighters and police and all the first responders that, you know, went to the site to dig out bodies, to find people who were missing. We forgot. And now we have people in Congress who spend all their time making America look bad and saying that the Muslim countries and the Muslim people overseas, oh, they're not bad people, they're good people. You know, I'm sure some of them are. Just like I'm sure there's some bad Americans. But you know what? We all saw what happened. And I'm not willing to just brush it off personally and say, you know, that was just a couple of bad people. No, that's an ideology that attacked us that day. Not just a couple of bad people. That was an ideology. And that ideology is what we've been fighting against. It wasn't a religion. No, it's the ideology that they, because of who we are and the things we believe and the, you know, kind of nation that we have and the freedoms that we possess, that we are infidels in their eyes and we have to be destroyed. That's the ideology, and we forgot. And they don't care if you're military or not. They don't care if you're carrying a gun or not. You could be walking around with your newborn baby, just going about your day. They'll blow you up and take the other 10 people with you. Even if it means sacrificing yourself, it's a win for them. But that's the kind of mentality that we forgot existed. And we're allowing that same kind of mentality to permeate the very foundations of our government. It's not a wonder to me that everybody in this country is angry. Can't tell our ass from a hole in the ground, as far as I'm concerned. We've lost what it means to be truly American, as a collective. And if we can't come together with the understanding that killing over 3,000 people is wrong, regardless of the reason why, then maybe we don't deserve to have a country of our own. Maybe we do deserve to have this country shut down. I know that sounds horrible and that sounds a little bit extreme, but try to follow my logic on this one. We have a country because we believe in the equal rights of all people, of all men and women, equal treatment. You know the lies as well as I do, and they are lies. I'm not even going to go into them. You know what I'm talking about. We have equality here, and that's what we fight for. Regardless of your skin color, your gender, your religious beliefs, sexual preference, whatever, doesn't matter. Equality, we have it. And other people around the world hate that about us. We should be proud of that. We should be proud of what we are as a nation. And we cannot, and I can't stress this enough, we cannot forget that because of the equality and the freedoms that we are willing to give our citizens, and we are willing to afford to other people there are people on the other side of the world that want us dead for it. Honestly, this country is a country worth fighting for. It's a country worth dying for. We can't forget the ones who did die for this country. But we certainly cannot forget the ones who died just going to work, just another day at work. We can't forget the ones who had they didn't sign up for that kind of violence, but violence was done to them. And thus to our country as a whole, to the soul of this nation, violence was done. We can't forget. So I'm asking all of you guys, here on the anniversary of the September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and all that, I'm asking you guys, please, remember what happened. For the younger audience out there who may not have been around at that time, because I understand it was a while back, go do some research, look into it, read about it, ask some people, some of the older generation who've been around and were there to witness it, or witnessed on TV like myself, or we know what happened. Talk to them. And if you feel that rage and that blood boiling, that's what you're supposed to feel. So I guess that's what I have. I wish you guys all the best. Again, to the families, friends and families of, that may have lost people in the September 11th attacks, my deepest sympathies, my deepest condolences, especially on this anniversary. And I hope everybody's doing wonderful. And I pray for your well-being, and I pray for the happiness that you certainly deserve in your own life. For all my viewers out there, be you Wolfman fans or Asylum fans, don't worry, there's still stuff coming out. There's still stuff planned on the books, ready to, film it and put it out. Just be patient with me. There are a lot of things going on in my life right now. As you can see, it's really early in the morning. I'm at work. There was a shift change, and here I am working a graveyard shift. So things are a little wonky, but be patient, give me some time. I'll make it all happen. And yeah, you guys will see more of my lovely mug. Anyway, you guys take it easy as always, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.